With the weather cooling down, it's time for some good old-fashioned comfort food, and better yet, these healthy winter warmers are so easy. They're also called one-pot wonders.
Which means that you just use one pot.
Is that what it means?
And they're wondrous.
Gosh,
as is our very own Sunrise nutritionist, Sarah Di Lorenzo. Welcome to you. Tell us these wondrous things that you've made, given that you've just now sold over 100,000 copies of your book. There they are there.
Congratulations. 100,000.
What? I know. Thank you so much. It's so exciting. I know. I hit 100,000. It's actually 105,000 now. And what I think I'm loving so much about this journey is just being able to help so many people on a much broader scale get to their health goals and your healthy weights, detox plans, all of that. So yeah, it's amazing. I still can't quite believe it.
Let's get into it. One pot, love the sound of that. The chicken one first?
Okay, chicken's great. So what I've done here, and it's all about sort of comfort, and I think pumpkin's very much a comfort food because it's got that kind of, it's a starch, but it's a carbohydrate as well. And then what I've done here is I've got chicken, which is a great source of the B vitamins, and B6 in particular puts us in a good mood. There's eggplant in there, great, which is a wonderful source of fibre. But what I've done with this recipe is I've amplified it with some spices. So just things like cumin, I've got chili, paprika, and they really do boost the nutritional profile of any meal. Some yogurt instead of cream, very healthy twist, and some spinach. So there we have chicken, pumpkin, and eggplant bake.
Yum, and just chuck it all in.
Chuck it all in, literally in, except for the spinach at the end. You just put that on there. But it's still one tray.
And one tray for the pork roast?
Yeah, too? Pork roast. So yeah, absolutely one tray. So what I've done is I used some sweet potato for the sort of comfort feel, and then I used pork chops for this one and a bit of cauliflower. But where this is just magnificent is I've just mixed some caraway seeds, which is my new obsession, because they're so great for gut health, with some maple syrup and some olive oil and some rosemary. Ground all that together, rubbed it all over the pork, then all into the oven with apple, which I think apple and pork are just a marriage made in food heaven, and then just a bit of goat's cheese on top. Although I think a blue cheese would have gone well on that, but I just couldn't quite bring myself to use a blue cheese.
Now, which one here? One of them's going viral, one of the recipes.
This is here now. Okay, so it is called a cheeseburger macaroni sort of, and I think there's everything about cheeseburger and macaroni just really does scream comfort food.
You have your cheeseburger, it's okay.
Yes, but what it is basically, so you put a litre of chicken stock in a pot, beef stock, and then after you've cooked off some beef mince with some capsicum as well as onion and garlic, and then what I've got is I've put through here about a tablespoon of mustard, but I've also got about a third of a cup of tomato paste, and I just want to highlight tomato paste is actually concentrate tomatoes, so it is a really strong source of antioxidants, so don't be shy to use tomato paste as much as possible. Then you put it all together. Where you can make it a little bit more healthy is it's what pasta you used. I used spelt. You could use wholemeal. You could use pulse, rice, vegetable, and then you put it all in. Let it all come together. The stock, everything kind of emulsifies. Some cheese, Greek yogurt instead of cream, and for that kind of like hamburgery kind of feel, a garnish with iceberg lettuce, tomatoes.
Yum.
There's a bit of parsley through it, and it actually is delicious. Believe it or not, as much as weird as it sounds.
Well, we've got 20 seconds to go, just in time to taste dessert.
Okay, so I'm going to get you guys to taste it, and while you taste it, in the 20 seconds I'm going to talk through it. This is a healthy twist on a sticky date pudding. The easiest thing to do. The healthy twist would come to what flour you would decide to use, but it's literally, and I have to say that the sauce is all it is the sauce is coconut milk and maple, and then there's just and I used a wholemeal flour for that one, dates, and it's just the easiest recipe to do, and it is incredibly
coconut
healthy.
Milk in here, you said.
All I did, this literally is coconut. All I've done here is coconut milk and maple syrup.
Yum.
That it's off the chart. So
you just blend it together.
One pan meets health, meets delicious, meets comfort. There you have it.
Very, very quickly, tip for an absolute novice here. One tray, one pot sounds like you just stick it all in.
Yes.
Do you do that, or do you add bits along the way? Because sometimes it gets a little bit mushy and squishy.
No. Literally, it's the whole thing is you assemble it and you do it all at once. Off you go.
Yeah. You're not a novice.
And just little things
he
like
cooks all the time.
Can I give you a tip?
Question for everyone.
For everyone else, for all of us novices.
One tip.
Thank you. Very thoughtful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So much, Sarah. And you can find all of the recipes over on the Sunrise website.